Of course, you can't really fault the job that Kerwin has done filling in, can you? Clint Kerwin's done a wonderful job.
He's done an excellent job up there. A couple of key goals, a smart hockey player, and he's learning all the time. Only a sophomore. Les Pribble, a veteran senior, a lot of experience, tough around that net. So the Raiders will certainly gain by Pribble's experience and his aggressiveness around the net. And that's what they have to do again tonight. They have to be aggressive, take the game right to the Golden Bears with that strong forecheck. On the other side of the coin, the Golden Bears have to come up strong, I think, with big goaltender Lee Jemison, and he is a big one. He's probably 6'3". No, it's closer to 6'4 and a half, probably 240 pounds. It takes up a lot of that net area, and the Raiders certainly have to go to the net, screen him, because and if he gives up any rebounds, be Johnny on the spot. And Canton again. Besides Jemison having to stand strong, the big line of Gilson, Peters, and Carville, I think, have to step up. Jeff Gilson in particular, they kind of missed him, his leadership. He played in the Massena game, but wasn't noticeable as we expected that he would be. I think he really has to step up tonight and take the game right to the Raiders for the Golden Bears to be successful.
Raiders are 5-0 in Division I competition. They're #1 in the league right now. The Canton Golden Bears come into the game at 2-1-1. Their one loss being to the Massena Red Raiders. Their one tie with the Potsdam Sandstoners. And I would think that Canton and Potsdam would get sick of tying after a while. I remember the year a couple of years ago where they had like 3 ties in the year. And I'll tell you what, they had another tie earlier this year. They have one more game to go with them. They have yet to play the Salmon River Shamrocks. And I don't know if I'd want to play Salmon River right now the way they're playing.
Raiders, as Coach Tim Long said last week in the newspaper after that win over Potsdam, those wins over Potsdam and Canton, they're in the driver's seat. They 5-0, halfway through the schedule, and looking for that #1 seed when it comes seeding time in February. So in a good position. They after tonight they'll have. Especially if they can get through tonight's game with a victory or at least a tie. 4 games left in the conference, 2 at home and 2 on the road. So they'd be sitting pretty.
Absolutely. Right now, the introduction of the starting lineups. Of course, we mentioned before, or I think we did, that Zach Long would get the nod in goal for the Massena Red Raiders. Zach will be starting. It's his turn, and he gets the nod. Of course, on defense, Eric DeRosie, Charlie Durant, and then up front, it is going to be Jeff Day with Clint Kerwin, and of course, Captain Mike Lapointe. We talked about Michael in the pregame show with Coach Long. Dave, you and I talked about Mike Lapointe on the way back from Saratoga, about what a leader he is, and he is the heart and soul of this Raider team, I think.
Oh, well, Jerry, we talked about Mike Lapointe more than coming back from Saratoga. We talked about Mike Lapointe going to Malone. We talk about Mike Lapointe between periods at the Massena Arena. Wherever we go, we talk about Mike Lapointe and his outstanding season. The Raiders were a different team. He missed the first 4 or 5 games of the year with a wrist injury, but since he's been back, they've really been on a roll. And he leads by example out there. He set the tone, in my opinion, in that Saratoga game when he went right out there in the first shift and really clocked, I forget the name of the Saratoga player, but brought him to his knees. And unfortunately for the youngster, I think he fractured his collarbone, but it was good, solid, clean check. He sets the tempo up there and just picks his teammates up with his hard hustle and his hard play. And, he's a threat all the time, offensively, defensively. Leads by example.
He sure does. For the Golden Bears, Lee Jennison will be starting in the nets. It'll be Morley and Martin on defense, Carville, Gilson, and Peters up front. Ladies and gentlemen, before the start of tonight's game, we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. with the playing of our national anthem, we're about set to go. One thing I've noticed, Dave, Canton, one of the few teams that can, when you line up for the national anthem, that has about the same numbers Massena does. They've got a lot of kids on that roster.
Yes, they have. And both these clubs coming off fine performances down at the Saratoga tournament. Both teams victorious in the games that they played over Suffern and Saratoga. And the Raiders, by virtue of that complicated scoring system, I think came out 1 point ahead over Canton to win the trophy. But both teams really look sharp. Golden Bears, as Sandy mentioned in the introduction, probably a little miffed this week's state rankings that they're not in the top 10, and I agree with Sandy. They deserve to be there. They're certainly a much better club than Suffern, who's still ranked, I think, and tied for 10th, and they beat Saratoga.
Must be Johnny O has a vote on the committee or something. I don't know, but
maybe he has 2 votes.
That could very well be. Well, both teams were clustered around their goaltenders, heading to their benches. Not a huge bench area here at the Canton Pavilion, so both teams are kind of sandwiched in there in the bench area. There are a lot of players, a lot of skaters on each club. But the skaters who will be starting step out on the ice. Jeff Day will center against Brian Carville. We've got George Dobbins and Kenny Hunter as the officials. A couple of officials from Alex Bay. Off the face-off, Raiders try to control it, and here comes Jeff Day. Day going down with Kerwin. Trying to center it, Kerwin in front, his shot, he gets knocked down, and the puck off his stick. He digs it from behind the net. Good chance for Massena right off the bat, but Kerwin got knocked down from behind. Kerwin digging for it in the corner. Day throws a check. The puck still in Kerwin's skates in the Canton zone, and finally the whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off. Nice pass by Jeff Day sent Kerwin in.
Yeah, good. And the Raiders initially had a 2-on-1, but a good job by number 20 for the Golden Bears, Jeff Peters, who got back and neutralized that and caught Kerwin from behind. That's what they tell when they say playing both ends of the ice. Good job by Jeff Peters.
Face-off inside Canton territory. Off the draw, LaPointe goes back to the point. Here's DeRosie, shot right on. Jennison makes the save. Puck comes to Kerwin. His shot, another save by Jennison. Puck around the boards. Durant keeps it in. Flips it in the corner, has it knocked away. It's back out to neutral ice. To an open wing. Here comes Gilson, and he's going to dump it deep in Massena territory as a line change for the Golden Bears, making quick changes here right off the bat. Here comes Massena's LaPointe breaking out on the right side. LaPointe busts down the zone. Here's LaPointe in the corner, takes it in front, centers it, bounces right up on Jennison's stick, and he's going to hold on for the face-off. And we'll have a face-off inside Canton Golden Bear territory with, 14:02 left. Going to have to dipsy-doodle around and see the clock here, but 14:02 left in the first period. There's no score in the hockey game.
Big Lee Jennison coming into tonight's action with a 2.51 goals against average and a sterling .907 save percentage.
Off the face-off, puck goes out to center ice. The Meacham line out there for Massena against the Moosaw line. Walsh dumps it in the Canton zone. Jennison steers it around the boards. Trying to come up with it is Matt Hauk. Pinching in there is Meacham. Throws a check. It comes to O'Shea. Centering pass. Goes all the way back to the point. Cameron didn't see it coming till it's too late, and it trickles down the ice in the Massena zone. Here comes Cameron with it. He's going to drop it over on the other side, and the Raiders move it out to center ice. Right back in the zone it comes. Coming out is the Golden Bears. They slide it in, and Zach has to make his first save of the game from long range. Puck along the boards. Raiders control. Bubba Gerard with it. Gerard skates by one and dumps it from the red line deep in Canton territory. Justin Walsh in after it, centers it right across the goal mouth. Nobody there for Massena. Coming back is Mark Morley. He flips it to the red line. Dumped by St. Thomas, knocked away from him. Golden Bears, Morley dumps it in the Massena zone. Back into the corner it goes. Ben Nightingale chases it down for the Raiders. Starts out right side along, flips it around the boards. Canton trying to pinch in. Put some pressure on. Puck comes in back behind the net to Nightingale. Has it knocked away. Here's Gilson's shot, and he fired it wide. Puck around the boards. Again, Raiders control. Barkley flips it to St. Thomas. Ahead to Cormanius. Cormanius trying to bust by Morley. Centering pass in front. And Weiskopf couldn't quite catch the pass. Nice pass. Puck bounces into the corner. They dig for it there. Golden Bears try to control. Cormanius whacks at it. Has to flip it into the corner again. Picked up there by the Golden Bears, Carville. Here's a shot from the point by Nightingale as Carville tried to clear it, but the save is made by Jennison, breadbasket high, and we'll have a face-off. No score in the game. We're just underway in the first period.
Canton much more aggressive in the early going here tonight than they were down in Massena, and really led by big defenseman Mark Morley, some solid checks, and Jeff Gilson, that fine forward of theirs, just put one of the Raiders right on his backside at neutral ice. Good, solid, clean check.
Mike Mankey's out there now with Wells and Ward. Wells trying to come up with it. He can't. Golden Bears control out to center ice. Here's Matt Houck, dumps it deep in Massena's zone. In behind the net, Johnny Rochford poke checks it, goes to the blue line. Here's a drive knocked down. Raiders control. Mankey's out to center ice. He's rubbed off the play there, and the Bears try to control. Here's Massena again. Joe Ward throws a check. Puck picked up by the Golden Bears. They circle in their own zone and start it out. Here comes Canton. Joey Musaw, he can dangle. Musaw gets a shot. Zach makes the save. Puck in behind the net, comes to the side of the net, and now it's controlled by the Raiders. They flip it into an open corner. Wells trying to knock it ahead. It bounces out to center ice. Golden Bears pick it up there, dump it ahead to the Massena line. Back after it is Drew Wonky for the Raiders. Wonky headman to LaPointe off his stick. We got a delay penalty on the Golden Bears, and that's going to be a slash that I didn't see.
I didn't either. I was still marveling about the nice rush by Joey Musa, only a sophomore, as he just dipsy-doodled his way 3/4 of the length of the ice and right in, and from a fairly tough angle, got off a good hard wrist shot, but Zach Long able to hold the post, turned him aside. But a nice rush by Joey Musa. Long line of Musa hockey players here at Canton, and they've all been excellent. Starting with probably Father Wayne.
That penalty on Matt Houck is for slashing. Raiders go on the power play here. Charlie Durant with a puck, has it knocked away in the Massena zone. Gilson forechecking, but Charlie gets it ahead. Along the boards, dumped right back in the zone by the Golden Bears. Charlie Durant picks it up behind his own net, goes to DeRosie. DeRosie ahead to LaPointe, stolen away. Golden Bears, and it's poke checked nicely by Durant. Ahead to Cormanius, to Charlie Durant. He's going to dump it deep in Canton territory. Puck took a funny bounce. Jennison has to clear it into the corner. Raiders trying to control Durant's shot. It's high over the net. Goes to LaPointe on the other side. Back to LaPointe, DeRosie. DeRosie to LaPointe. Here's Michael with a puck out by the top of the circle. LaPointe with it, trying to flip it through. It's knocked away. Golden Bears dump it down the ice. Not quite enough mustard on that pass by LaPointe.
Raiders have been very successful on the power play this year, operating at 25%. That's outstanding.
Puck in the Massena zone. Raiders trying to control it. LaPointe flips it ahead for Weiskopf. He's got Cormanius to Weiskopf behind him, and the puck goes into the corner. Weiskopf to Cormanius. Cormanius back to Weiskopf to Cormanius. Centering pass comes right across the goal mouth. It's deflected by the Golden Bears, and we're down to about 19 seconds in the Massena power play. Still no score in the hockey game. 10:15 left in the first period on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard. Here's the puck side of the net. Golden Bears control in the Massena zone. They move it around, just wasting a little time, and finally dump it in behind, and that's going to about take care of the power play right there. Here comes big Eric Meacham. Headman pass to O'Shea. O'Shea takes it across. Got away from him, though, and the Golden Bears control the rebound. Puck comes into the corner. They dig for it there. Justin Walsh. Walsh centering pass goes back to the blue line. Here's Bubba Gerard. Cranks it up the shot. Save made. Rebound bouncing around. Side of the net. O'Shea to Meacham. Backhander. He fired it wide. Puck goes into the corner. Golden Bears trying to control and move it out of there. That was Matt Houck. Puck tied up behind the net. Centering pass. Shot. Score! Eric Meacham right in front on a feed from Justin Walsh. And Massena goes up 1-0. Another bang-bang goal by the sophomore center.
I'll tell you, and a great feed by Justin Walsh, who dug the puck out of the corner to the left of Jennison, and he just put it right out in front, and Meacham wasted no time. Big number 22. There were at least two Canton Golden Bears right in the vicinity, but on the stick in the net, and Jennison had no chance. Great assist, great shot by Eric Meacham.
So the Red Raiders draw first blood here on a goal by Eric Meacham, and it's 1-0 for Massena. Off the face-off, Barkley with it for the Red Raiders, flipping to Nightingale, who dumps it from the red line, deep inside Canton territory. Chopper trying to come up with it, St. Thomas, but it's knocked away. Here come the Golden Bears into the Massena zone. Here's Morley with it, cranks it up, goes way wide, bounces to St. Thomas. He skates it, trying to clear the zone, and it bounces up into the Massena bench, and we'll have a whistle right there. So again, Meacham gets the goal from Justin Walsh, and Timmy O'Shea coming up with an assist as well.
Okay, I think that's going to be Eric's 9th goal of the year. We'll pick up the assist. It is Justin Walsh and Timmy O'Shea at the 5:22 mark of the first period.
So the Red Raiders draw first blood here. We'll lead it 1-0 and control the puck right now. Here comes Weiskopf after it, knocked away, comes back to Nightingale. He backhands it, hit Weiskopf with it, then dumps it in the zone. Puck around the boards, in behind the net. Morley picking it up. Morley flips around the boards. Canton Golden Bears try to come up. It's stolen by Cormania, centering St. Thomas. Turnaround shot. Actually tried to pass it in front, but it's knocked away. Nightingale pinches in, flips it in the corner. In behind the net it goes. Golden Bears control. That's Matt Hauk with it. Hauk starts out. Off the boards to center ice. Raiders control again. The puck comes to Nightingale, and he dumps it right back in Golden Bear territories. The Red Raiders want to make a change. Coming out the Mankeys line again. Mankeys, Ward, and DiAgostino. Puck comes to Mankeys. Mankeys trying to flip it ahead on the wing to DiAgostino. Knocked away on the defense by Jeremy Martin. He flips it back in the Massena zone. In behind the net, Johnny Rochford overskates it, then comes up with it, flips it into the corner. Here comes Rochford after it. Moving it along the boards, doesn't clear the zone, kept in at the point. Here's a chance right in front of the net, but the check thrown. The puck comes free. Here's a shot wide off a body, and the puck in the corner again. Johnny Rochford after it. Musa and Rochford go together. The puck comes free to the blue line, kept in at the point again by the Golden Bears momentarily, but Menke steals the pass and headmans it. Here comes Ward with it. Ward flips it. That's going to go right on Jennison. He flips it right back to the blue line. Ward doesn't see the puck. It comes out to neutral ice. Rochford is there to flip it right back just across the blue line Canton zone. Picked up there by Richardson. He dumps to an open wing. Charlie Durant is there. Has it knocked away. The puck trickles into the Massena corner, and racing back after it is Johnny Rochford. Rochford looks up ice, trying to hit Lapointe. Lapointe's got the puck out to center ice, knocked off his stick, dumped right back in the Massena zone. Puck in behind Massena net. Raiders lead it 1-0. On the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard, we're in the first period. Here comes Massena, headman to Lapointe. Lapointe dipsy doodles across the blue line, stops, gets a shot right on, and the save made by Jennison. Puck goes to the top of the circle. Ward digging for it. He comes away with the puck, flips it in behind the net. Picked up there by Jeremy Martin, Canton defenseman. Martin flips it around on the other side, trying to get it to Gilson. Gilson and Lapointe go together. Lapointe wins the battle, flips the puck back into the corner. Now Kerwin going after it. The puck sits into the circle, comes back to the blue line, and it's out to center ice. Ward is there to flip, or I should say, a delayed offsides on Massena, but Canton clears the zone anyway, and they're going to dump it in the Massena zone. Gilson and Kerwin go together. Puck in the corner, around the boards to Lapointe. Lapointe just backhands it out to center ice, dumped right back in the Massena zone. Still 1-0 Massena in the first period. We're down to 6:18 remaining in number one stanza. Raiders look to clear to the blue line, don't get it out of the zone. Comes right in front to Charlie Durant off a leg. Charlie backs in, then rips it around the boards, and it's deflected out to center ice by Mike Lapointe. Picked up there by John Richardson, Canton defenseman. His bounce pass comes across the Massena line, right back out again. Kerwin flips it ahead for O'Shea. O'Shea one-on-one. Has the puck swept, checked away. Digs it out of the corner. O'Shea to Durant. Durant looks to center. The puck knocked away. Golden Bears control it to the blue line. Meacham keeps it in. Flips it in behind the net. Puck in the corner now. Picked up by the Canton defense. They try to move it around the boards. Oh, Meacham throws a heavy check in the corner, digging for the puck. The puck underneath player squirts free. DeRossi skates with it, flips it in front. It's deflected, but goes wide into the corner. Now the puck picked up again by the Golden Bears. Hitu trying to clear the zone, still kept in at the point. DeRossi flips it in the corner for O'Shea. Back to Walsh, backhand pass meant for Charlie Durant. Charlie winds up, shot, save. The puck still free in front, cleared into the corner by the Canton defense. Massena still controls. Meacham to Durant. Durant trying to go back to DeRossi, goes out to center ice. DeRossi moves it back out. Canton makes a line change. Here comes DeRossi, flipping it into the open corner. Puck picked up by Morley, Canton defenseman, in behind the net. Here's Morley's outlet pass. Golden Bears move it to center ice. Cameron intercepts the pass there, flips it ahead for O'Shea. Knocked away from him, comes back to Cameron at the Massena line. Michael turns it around. On the backhand pass, goes to Justin Walsh. Walsh trying to move it ahead, but it's taken away there by Mike Sergi, and he dumps it deep in the Massena zone. Around the horn it goes. It's Andy York. York's pass knocked away. Here's a shot deflected right across the goal mouth, goes into the corner. In the Massena zone, puck comes free. Here's a chance for the Golden Bears in behind, but Cameron comes to break up the play. Wraps the puck around the boards it goes, into the corner. Bears still trying to dig for it, picked up by Timmy O'Shea. Here's O'Shea, dipsy-doodling behind the net. O'Shea starts out for the Red Raiders, whacks it down the ice. It's blocked by the Golden Bears, and the puck comes deep in their territory. Joey Weiskopf going in after it. He gets the puck, looking for Cormanius in front, can't quite get it to him. Cormanius now digs into the corner, pokes it free, trying to knock it to the blue line, but it trickles out to center ice. Cormanius races for it, comes up with it, flips it ahead for P.J. Girard. Girard to Weiskopf. Here's Weiskopf trying to get through the check. It's knocked away, dumped to the blue line, not out of the zone. Here comes the open pass to Weiskopf. He had gotten knocked down. Coming back to pick it up is Jeff Peters for the Golden Bears. He'll skate it out of trouble. His headman pass knocked down by Cormanius. Bubba Girard flips it ahead. Right back into the Canton zone it goes. We're down to 3.5 left in the first period. Still 1-0 Massena. Golden Bears clear it to neutral ice. Back after it, Ben Nightingale. Flipping on the wing for Cormanius. He just backhands it in the zone as the Raiders get that Menkes line out there. Mike Menkes on the ice trying to center it. Goes to St. Thomas, who's still out there. He goes back to the point, Nightingale. He flips it back around the boards in the corner. Here's Wells with it. Wells centering pass in front to backhander. Menkes couldn't get a shot off. He was too well tied up. Golden Bears move it out to center ice. Here's Nightingale again from the red line. Dumps it right back in the zone. We got a delayed offsides. Massena clears the zone. Golden Bears have the puck and dump it down the ice. But Massena's Barkley touched it. And Zach Long leaves it behind the net for Barkley. Barkley in the corner now, trying to move it along the boards. Canton putting some pressure on, but Massena moves it out to center ice. Trickles back across the line. Menkes picks it up. Here's Menkes to Nightingale. Nightingale from the red line dumps it deep in Canton territory. Around the boards it goes for Joey Ward. He can't come up with it, and back come the Golden Bears. Here comes Canton to Peters. Peters takes it across. Gets a shot off. Zach makes the save, the rebound. Cleared into the corner by Johnny Rochford. Here comes Massena's LaPointe. Busting down the ice. LaPointe gets by the defense. Here comes LaPointe 2-on-1. Skates it in front. The shot right on. The save made Jennison. The rebound bounces in front as Mike LaPointe beat both Canton defensemen and got a great chance. Jennison made a good save. Puck along the boards. Gilson and Wonky go together. The puck comes to Johnny Rochford. Doesn't clear the zone, but it pokes out to center ice anyway. Dumped right across the blue line again. A minute, just under 2 minutes to play in the period. Here comes Jeff Day across the blue line, trying to go to Kerwin. Kerwin throws a check. The puck squirts free, and the Golden Bears just bang it down the ice. Is it going to go far enough for icing? There's a foot race for it. Johnny Rochford gets back. Here's Rochford in behind the net for Massena. His pass knocked away. Comes to Wonky. He'll try the other side. Kerwin comes back to pick it up for the Red Raiders. Kerwin's headman pass knocked out to center ice by Jeff Day, and it trickles into the Canton zone. Golden Bears try to clear it. Day gets on it, and the puck trickles right on Jennison. He'll cover up. And we are down to 1:23 left in the first period. Raiders lead it 1-0 on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard. This has got to be one of the fastest first periods we've seen, David.
Well, that's the longest sustained action without a whistle I think we've had this year. This is the 13th game, and I think there were 5, maybe 6 line changes out there. I don't know. I wish I had the clock on you, Jerry, but that went up and down, and the Raiders coming close. Mike LaPointe steaming down that right side, walking around the Canton defenseman.
Off the face-off, Golden Bears control in their own end. Meacham line out for Massena. Puck around the boards. We've got the Carvel line for Canton. Golden Bears trying to clear. Meacham cruising in the corner, trying to come up with it. Knocked away from him. O'Shea now digging for it in the corner. They bang at it. Oh, hard check. Meacham's going to pick up a penalty, I believe. They're going to call him for elbowing. Meacham threw a hard check, but got the elbow up. And the Golden Bears will go on the power play with 1 minute even remaining in the first period.
And the opposition so far this year in 64 power play opportunities, 12 goals for 19%. So the Raiders killing it at 81% kill rate, and they want to see if they can sustain that here with just, again, I'm blocked by the clock. Jerry, how much time is it left?
1 minute left
1 minute left in the period. The Golden Bears trying to tie this game up. 1 minute in the first period, 1-0 in favor of the Raiders.
So Meacham gets an elbow call. Musa will center the power play unit. Off the draw. Puck controlled by the Golden Bears. They just dump it across the Massena line. Charlie Durant looks to move it out to the blue line, out to center ice. There's going to be a foot race for the puck. Joey Weiskopf gets there, busts in right side, tries to move, and a good defensive play made by Johnny Richardson to break up the play. As Massena with a shorthanded opportunity. Golden Bears trying to clear. Cormanius gets a piece of it, knocks it away, digs for it. Finally, it squirts free and comes in the zone. Here's Peters trying to go by DeRosie. DeRosie just steers him into the corner. and kicks the puck free to Durant, to Cormanius, and Cormanius off the glass like a ricochet, and down the ice it goes. Down to 20 seconds left in the first period. Raiders lead it 1-0, make some penalty killing changes. Here come the Golden Bears. Long headman pass comes to the Massena line, stolen away there by the Raiders. They move it right back inside Canton territory with about 5 seconds remaining in the first period. Mike Lapointe in there digging for it. He steals the puck, but the buzzer sounds before he had a chance to get the shot off. And so the Raiders kill a minute of the minute-and-a-half penalty, and they'll go to the locker room with a 1-0 lead here after 1 period of play. I'll tell you what, that was a very, very fast first period.
Yeah, not just 2 penalties, 1 to each team, 1 goal in that period, and the saves, I guess that's got to be Canton down here, and this is Massena up here. Jemison with 8 saves, and Massena goaltender Zach Long with 4. The only goal coming at the 5:28 mark, his 8th of the year. Eric Meacham with Justin Walsh and Timmy O'Shea picking up the assist. Puck dumped into the corner to the left of Jennison, and Justin Walsh dug it out in one motion, threw it out in the slot area, and I tell you, quicker than you could say, Eric Meacham, it was in the net. Bang, bang, and he must have learned that from Justin Walsh. We've talked about that, how quick he triggers it, and Meacham, we've seen him in the last 2 games really trigger a big goal, that game-winning goal down in Saratoga, and here tonight, the first one for the Raiders.
So again, the score after 1 period of play, Massena leading Canton on a score of 1-0. Very good first period, very quick first period. Our broadcast tonight on WMSA brought to you by the members of the CECOM Federal Credit Union, 30 Stern Street, Massena. By Homestead Dairy, located on West Hatfield and at the corner of North Main and Maple Street in Massena. By Massena Optics, 55 Main Street, downtown Massena. By Massena Savings and Loan Association at 121 Main Street, Massena. By Paris Excavating and Environmental Control Corporation. They're located on the Massena-Winthrop Road. By North Country Savings Bank, 22 Phillip Street, Massena. Upstate Water Systems. Be sure to call for information at 769-1406. By Coach's Corner. Great place to go after the game, 191 Park Avenue in Massena. By your friends at Nationwide Insurance at 229 East Orvis Street in Massena. I want to congratulate Bob Adams. His name was mentioned on the Syracuse game last night. Apparently he's won some kind of an award from Nationwide Insurance, and they mentioned his name. So congratulations, I didn't catch the award, but Bob Adams apparently won something. And our congratulations to him. Coca-Cola Bottling, East Orvis Street in Massena. And more about that in a few minutes. And also Reynolds Metals St. Lawrence Reduction Plant working together. Their quality shines through. We played 1 period here. The Massena Red Raiders, by virtue of an Eric Meacham goal, have the lead 1-0 in a very entertaining first period of high school hockey. Right now it's back to our WMSA studios. We have ABC News by tape delay. We'll be back after that with the second period. So stay with us. Again, the score after 1, Massena 1, and Canton no score on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard.
Better advantage, more advantage. When they got the puck in the zone, they were able to sustain some pressure and keep it in. Canton playing good defensive zone coverage, but what they're doing is allowing Massena's blue line to be wide open. The forwards are back down to the top of the, sometimes inside the top of the circle, and the center back in. We saw them use the same strategy last year up here in Canton and try to pack things into the middle. And the Raiders have been fortunate to get the puck back to the points and right on the tape, and the defenseman getting the shot into that slot area and causing Jemison all kinds of problems. But the Raiders have only been able to dent him just once, and that was at the 5:28 mark. Eric Meacham, his 8th of the year. Raiders that dumped the puck into the corner to the left of Jemison, and Justin Walsh dug it out, and in one motion, just with his back to the net, just turned and threw it out in that slot area. Knew that Meacham would be there, and he was, and Canton defenseman and a forward, the center, were back on him, but just didn't have him tied up enough. It was on the stick and in the net before Jemison could react. And that was the only goal of the period.
And it was a good goal, very, very hard-working goal. And, of course, Meacham really was a instant replay of the goal that won the game in Saratoga. Only the feeder that time was Timmy O'Shea, but this time Justin Walsh. But same type of a goal, and Meacham scored it. Just 2 penalties in the period. Canton picked up a penalty at 4:30. Matt Hauk went off for slashing. The Golden Bears killed it, but Massena scored the goal shortly after the penalty had elapsed. Eric Meacham in the penalty box to start the period. He picked up a penalty at the 14-minute mark. for elbowing, so he still has 30 seconds to serve. Saves for Massena goaltender Zach Long, 4. Canton goaltender Lee Jennison, 8. So Massena out shooting Canton 9-4 after 1 period of play.
And we mentioned Eric Meacham. That line is has all the Raider lines. Has really been hot. They got the big goal, the winning goal down in Saratoga, the first one here tonight, and they lead the Massena club in scoring with 42 points. Timmy O'Shea is 6 goals and 8 assists for 14 points. Eric Meacham with 9 goals and 6 assists for 15 points. Correction will add another assist on for Timmy, and Justin Walsh 5 goals and 9 assists for 14 points. So they've really been clicking. That's the Raiders' blue line, and the Raider orange line, that's Nick Kermanius' line with Andy St. Thomas and Joe Weiskopf have 30 points. And the Jeff Day line also have 30 points. That's the red line that's Day, Clint Kerwin, and Mike Lapointe. And the green line, the Mike Menkes line with Joe Ward and Anthony D'Agostino, along with number 21 Kyle Wells and Jeff Slack have made up that combination. They've chipped in with 6 points. Defense, 30 points, all 8 or 9 defensemen. So that's pretty good. You're looking down through, you see 30, 30, 42, 30, and 6. That's pretty good balance.
Absolutely, very good balance. Getting 6 points out of your so-called fourth line is great. It's a really balanced scoring attack and a balanced team effort for Massena, and the results show. Wanted to mention one of our sponsors, of course, Coca-Cola Bottlers. They are moving out of Massena, unfortunately. They'll be distributing out of Malone now, and a good friend of ours, Art Rayom, is leaving. In fact, I think he's already gone. He's in Vermont. We'll talk about that in a minute.
The Golden Bears. I guess we won't talk over that.
There we go. As we started to say, Art Rayom has gone to Vermont, and he will be sorely missed in Massena. I don't know if you saw the article in the Courier today about Art. Very, very supportive of all the community events in Massena, and whenever anybody needed some assistance, they could go to Art, and he always came through for them. Of course, he was instrumental in getting our WMSA Coke Player of the Game Award, and also the Powerade Power Play. And so far, we haven't given any away in this game, but hey, you never know. This still 2 periods to go.
Both teams back on the ice here at the Canton Pavilion. Very nice facility with some new lighting. Just a lovely facility here on the western edge of town. And we're broadcast vantage spot is on the south side, the bleacher side. It's new for us. We're normally up in the corner, up in the sound booth up there, but that's been occupied this year. So we're here right about at center ice on the south side. The Raiders will be defending the goal to our left, the west end, and the Golden Bears a goal to our right, the east end. Just moments away from starting this second period.
For you fans who have not yet had a chance to get a look at the Red Raiders, they'll be home this weekend. They're hosting Seton Catholic of Plattsburgh Friday night at 7 o'clock. And Malone will be in town on Saturday afternoon at 1:30 to take on the Red Raiders. So plan to come out to the arena and support your Massena Red Raiders. 10-0 going into this game, and they're playing very, very good hockey. Something else I want to mention, I want to apologize for having the start time wrong of this game, but let's give credit where credit is due. Coach Long gave me a bum steer. And I understand, actually, according to his son, and he may be sticking up for his dad, but actually, we understand it's Martha Slack's fault.
Ooh.
So I wouldn't want to get on the Dragons' bad side, but I just had to mention that. Off the face-off, Massena's still killing a penalty here for about 22 seconds as we get going. Mike Lapointe steals the puck, takes it by the check, but Morley takes it off his stick as he was impeded just a bit by the check and comes up with a puck. 10 seconds left in the power play. Morley is going to leave it for Jeff Peters. Peters drops back to Morley. Morley flips it out to neutral ice. Here come the Golden Bears into the Massena zone. Here's a shot way wide by Gilson. Cormanius just knocks it ahead for Lapointe. Here comes Lapointe. He's only got one man back. Richardson busts by him, shot! And he just missed the net, high and a little bit wide. And the puck goes up into the wall, and we'll have a face-off.
I thought he might have got the crossbar on that one,
Could be.
Jerry. Mike Lapointe, Raiders just killed off that penalty. Neither club looking very, very, very prolific on their power play. The Raiders on theirs, and Canton, I don't think they got a shot on their power play, but just as Massena player came back on the ice, Mike Lapointe broke away on the right side, got in behind the Canton defenseman, walked right in on Jennison, and went upstairs glove side. I think he hit the crossbar.
Could very well be. Meacham's line out there now for Massena against the Moosaw line. Off the draw. Puck control by the Golden Bears. They just trickle it out to center ice. Here's Derek Hitu with it. Dumps it in behind the Massena net. Cameron in after it, trying to flip it around the boards. Puck still free. Golden Bears control it. Centering pass. They got a man in front, and they fired it wide. Hauk was all by himself, and he just misfired it. Great opportunity for the Golden Bears. Here comes Timmy O'Shea across the blue line. O'Shea to Justin Walsh, knocked away. Cameron tries to keep it in. It's knocked away, and back out to center ice it comes. Here comes Moosaw for Canton across the blue line, taken off his stick, and Cameron is there just to flip it ahead. That's going to be an icing call on Massena as Cameron put a little too much mustard on it, and the faceoff will come all the way back in the Massena zone. So the Golden Bears with a golden opportunity, and they just misfire.
The best opportunity so far this evening for the Golden Bears. Joey Musa dug the puck out behind the net to the right of Zach Long, threw it right out in front to Matt Hauk, wide open, knew what he wanted to go, went low, glove side, and had Zach Long beaten, but he just fired it inches wide.
Harrington's line out there now for the Golden Bears. Off the draw to the blue line. Morley's shot bounces side of the net. Picked up by Nightingale on a funny bounce off a leg. He moves it ahead. Here comes Massena's Cormanius trying to catch up with it. They wave the icing off. Cormanius goes in after it, in behind the net. Gets knocked down, gets back up again. Puck comes free in front to Joey Weiskopf. He can't get the shot off. Golden Bears dump it down the ice, and that'll be icing against Canton.
Just underway, we mentioned here in this second period in a big pivotal game for the Raiders and for the Bears. Massena coming in 5-0 in division play, and the Golden Bears 2-1-1. But if the Raiders can get by this one, we mentioned just 4 NAC games left, 2 at home and 2 on the road, and they want that important seed come February, #1 seed that gives them a bye date on the first round.
Cormanius' line out for Massena. Off the face-off, puck to the blue line. They whack at it. Finally, it's kicked out to center ice. Golden Bears move it down the ice. That's Jeff Peters, has it knocked away. The puck's underneath Cormanius. He says, where is it? Doesn't know, but Weiskopf does. Takes it in behind the net. Here's Weiskopf. Carvel trying to put a little pressure on him. Puck around the board. Still in the Massena zone. Golden Bears digging for it. They come back to the blue line. And the puck trickles still to the blue line, picked up by Weiskopf. He'll move it out to center ice. Here's Weiskopf, gets hauled down. There's going to be a penalty, and the puck is touched right away as Kenny Hunter, the official, ended up on his backside in the ensuing collision, and Gilson will get called for holding probably.
Oh, yeah.
He hauled Weiskopf down.
Oh, I tell you, he could have been in the Cheyenne Rodeo with that. He hauled him down, he lassoed him. But the thing is, right in center ice, right in front of the officials. Ooh, not a good penalty by Jeff Gilson, their assistant captain and one of the team leaders. Raiders going to go on the power play. And again, I can't, it looks like 12-something on that, 12:42 left on the clock, but it's going to be a holding call.
Gilson for holding. Meacham out there to take the face-off with Walsh and O'Shea. Bubba Gerard and Mike Cameron will be the defensemen. Now Cameron telling Meacham something.
Get it back to me.
He doesn't. He goes to O'Shea, and he can't quite handle it. Now the puck knocked in the blue line and across and into the Canton zone. After it there is Matt Burns, and he dumps it down the ice. Now there's a foot race for it. Bubba Gerard goes after it, comes up with a puck. Wraps it around the boards, takes a funny bounce off the glass. Here's a shot, and Zach has to make the save. As Meacham, or I should say Gerard, tried to clear it around the boards, and it took a funny bounce and kind of bounced into the circle, and that gave Canton an opportunity to get a shot on, but Zach Long covered the post and held on.
Real funny bounce. Bubba wanted to run it on the boards, but he got it up above the boards and the glass, and it hit one of those metal stanchions that hold each pane in, and as you said, took a weird bounce, came right back out, right to the top of the dot, and there was a Canton player standing right there.
Face off in the Massena zone. Meacham out there to draw against Joey Musa. Raiders with 1:12 left in the power play. So far, they have not had much luck on their power play. Corky's collision scoreboard still 1-0 Massena. Raiders move it out. Try to move it out, I should say. O'Shea has it knocked away, gets it back again. Here comes O'Shea, flipping it ahead to Walsh. She just directs it in the Canton zone. Jennison leaves it in behind for Burns. Wraps it around the boards, comes back to the blue line, kept in by Cameron. Cameron flips it in the corner. Hard check thrown by Meacham. Meacham and O'Shea digging for it behind the net. Meacham goes around the boards, trying to go to O'Shea, comes all the way back to Cameron. He pinches in, wraps it around to Justin Walsh on the other side. Walsh trying to flip it back in the corner, but it's intercepted, dumped down the ice by the Golden Bears. And the Raiders, I think, are going to make a penalty or a power play change here. Here comes Massena's Bubba Girard. Girard, he's going to skate it across the blue line. Dipsy Doodles takes it in the corner, looks to set it up, stick handles, and then flips it in the corner to O'Shea. O'Shea with it, has it knocked away. Golden Bears just want to tie up, and the puck's still free apparently in the corner as they dig for it. Walsh is in there digging, comes away with the puck. Back to Girard at the point, winds up, his shot is blocked, and here come the Golden Bears. They're going to have a break. Racing down is Carville. Cameron just takes him out of the play as he got back. Headman pass intercepted. Golden Bears try to dump it across the line. Here they go again. Here comes Gilson, backhander. Nice save by Long. Puck back to the blue line. Morley pinches in. He gets knocked down. There's going to be a penalty on Justin Walsh. A holding call on Walsh.
Jeff Peters and number 31, Jeff Gilson, broke in, and Peters, a nice little feathered backhand pass over to Gilson on the right side, cutting in at a sharp angle, got a lot on that backhander, and it looked like it was heading for the top right-hand corner, but Zach Long was able to get that blocker over there. Nice save, but in the ensuing play, the Raiders are going to pick up a penalty.
So now Canton goes on the power play here. 10:58 remaining in the second period. Corky's Collision scoreboard says 1-0 from Massena.
And that power play for the Raiders has sputtered.
Here's Rochford trying to clear the zone. He doesn't. Kept in at the point by Richardson. Richardson out by the blue line, trying to move it around. Golden Bears go back to the other side. Here's a shot in front. They deflected just wide. They did what they wanted to do, and Musaw got the deflection, but it was wide. Golden Bears go around the horn. Here's Burns with it again. Try to get it into the circle. Back to Burns at the point. Back into the circle. Back to Burns. Centering and pass. They got a man in front. And a sprawling poke check. The puck knocked free. Comes back to the blue line. Kept in at the point by the Golden Bears. Johnny Rochford with it. Flips it to Cormanius. Cormanius just moves it out to center ice. And follows it up. Here's Cormanius. Has it knocked away. And the puck dumped by the Golden Bears back in their own zone. Drew Wonke with it, flips it in the corner. Rochford finds the range, down the ice it goes, and in behind the Canton net with about 35 seconds left in the power play. Back after it is Morley for the Golden Bears. Has it knocked away by Joey Weiskopf. Weiskopf trying to get it to the point. Nobody seems to want the puck. Finally, the Golden Bears pick it up and skate it out of there. Here's a headman pass into Derek Hitu. His shot is gloved by Zach. He leaves it in behind. Puck bounces free. Golden Bears have a man in front. Hitu doesn't see him in time. Puck bounces side of the net. In the corner, picked up by the Golden Bears. Carville back to the blue line. Here's a shot. It's blocked. Raiders have a break. 2-on-1. O'Shea and Mike Lapointe. Lapointe winds up. Love save by Jennison. A nice one.
Oh, big league save. Mike Lapointe just tipped the puck by number 19, Jeremy Martin on the point. Martin pinched down, trying to keep it in the zone. Canton on the power play. Mike Lapointe just chipped the puck by him on the boards, walked right around him. 2-on-1 situation, coming down that left side, and he cranked one up from just about the dot. Labeled top left-hand corner, but Jemison with that big glove hand just right out of the air, picked it like you were picking cherries. Beautiful save.
Great save by the Golden Bears. We're down to 9:26 left in the second period. Corky's Collision scoreboard says 1-0 Massena. Off the draw, puck to the blue line. DeRosie keeps it in for Massena. Flipping it in the corner. Golden Bears, Matt Burns wraps it around the boards. Pinching in is DiAgostino back to the blue line. Durant shot through traffic, save made. And a good one again by Jennison.
And that's what they have to do with that young man, is get some traffic in there, because he's a good goaltender, but if you can't see it, and that time the Raiders were doing some screening. The puck came back to the point, and Charlie Durant one-timed it. Got it up about chest high, but Jemison able to make the save and hold on.
Mankey's off the face-off. Puck in the corner, comes in behind the net. Ward after it there. He corrals it. Flips it to Mankey's, goes by him in the corner for DiAgostino. Anthony has his pass intercepted, comes to the blue line. Durant has it knocked away, stays with it though, and flips it ahead for Mankey's. Mankey's goes to Ward, and Ward backhands it right across the line. back in Canton territory. In behind the net, wrapped around the boards by Burns. Menke steps in front of him, kept in by Durant now. Charlie steps by one check, steps by two. Durant, backhand shot, hit the post, and big save. No, it goes in the net. It goes in the net as the save was made by Jennison off the post, and I think he may have kicked it in himself. And Charlie Durant will get credit for the goal, and the Raiders go ahead on a score of 2-1.
And I'll tell you, I don't know if he'll get an assist, but he should, because Mike Menkes ran the finest pick you'd ever want to see. If you were a basketball player, this was outstanding. He picked off the Canton defender. Charlie Durant drifted down from the left point, looking for someone to pass to. Mike Menkes ran a screen. Durant was able to cut in from left to right, backhanded one, hit the goalpost first, Jerry, came back out, and I have a feeling that maybe Jemison, and as he turned looking for it, knocked it in. Anyway, the Raiders up 2-0.
2-0 the score. Golden Bears come across the blue line, and we're going to have an offsides right off the bat here as the puck was delayed at the blue line, and offsides the call.
Charlie Durant, 7:21. We don't know. We'll find out later. We'll check out the assist on it. But I know Mike Menke should have a coach's assist.
Have they announced the assist yet? Here's Mike Lapointe trying to clear the zone. Golden Bears keep it in, flip it in behind the net. Gilson and Nightingale go together. Puck comes free in behind. It's stolen there and knocked away by Lapointe. Back to the blue line, kept in the zone. Here's a chance in front, shot, and I think Zach made a save. He did. Nice save with the arm. Puck back to the blue line. Here's a drive, goes wide into the corner. After Barkley, he lost his stick, but he moves it ahead by kicking it. And here comes Lapointe. Lapointe, bust by one, bust by two. Here comes Lapointe by three. Here comes Lapointe, skates in front, shot. Nice save by Jennison again. Golden Bears break out and dump it down the ice. Zach has to make a save from long range. Mike Lapointe has been robbed now 3 times by Jennison. Here comes Cameron with it from the red line. Dumps it deep inside Canton territory. Raiders make a line change. Puck around the boards. Meacham pinches in as he's out there with his line mates, the blue line, and the puck comes around behind the net. Bears trying to clear the zone. Cameron keeps it in momentarily, but the Golden Bears break out of there. Massena backing up, centering it ahead to O'Shea, to Meacham. Meacham busts in, fakes the shot, gets the shot off. It goes off a leg in the corner. Puck controlled by the Golden Bears. Now O'Shea steals it. Comes free, kicked ahead. Canton trying to move it out of the zone. Massena pinches in, keeps it in at the corner, now trickles out the center ice. Justin Walsh, bodies being thrown around, and we're going to have pushing and shoving. We're going to have some penalties.
Yeah, we're going to have a few here because I think they forgot that they're playing hockey out there. Justin Walsh, along with number 36, Mark Morley, and a few others from each side. Timmy O'Shea's involved in there, and Houck, but it was just a big scrum. They forgot the puck right in front of the penalty box, and O'Shea's going to go. Look like maybe Justin Walsh is going to evade it, but I tell you, it was each team trying to outdo the other who was going to get the last push in. But that second-rater goal, Charlie Durant, Anthony D'Agostino, and Mike Menkes picking up the assist at the 7:21 mark. And as we mentioned, just a great pick by Mike Menkes as he picked the Canton player off. And I have a feeling that, as you called it, that Jennison might have knocked that one in himself. But we got a host of penalties coming here, and Jason Converse, our stat man tonight, is going to have to do some...
Apparently, Massena's going to get the short end of the stick, though, as they pick up 2-1 for Canton.
And the Raiders could have increased their lead. Mike Lapointe went down. What a great move. He danced around about 3 Canton players, had Jemison dead to rights, didn't know where to go. Jemison, he's a big goaltender, didn't give him a lot, held his ground, stayed on his feet, made Mike Lapointe move first, and Mike tried to go in the 5-hole, and Jemison closed it up. And just then after that, Eric Meacham came down a great move, and he stopped and decided to park his van in front of the net for a while. So he set up for a tee shot, but you can't. You got to pull that trigger. Wait a little too long, and the Canton defender knocked the puck off his stick.
Okay, we've got a double minor on the. Wait a minute, now they're taking it down. The Raiders.
O'Shea and Walsh, I think, are in there.
And I think Morley picked up a double minor.
Well, he was holding his own in there.
So the net result is 5-on-5 hockey. Off the face-off, puck controlled by Gilson, trying to flip it ahead. Into the zone it goes. Picked up by Johnny Rochford. Around the boards to Wonky. He looks for Cormanius. He finds him. Here comes Cormanius busting in left side shot. Jennison makes the save. Oh, he's a good one, all right. Puck in behind the net. Cormanius again wraps it around. Shot, save, rebound, another shot, another save, puck side of the net. Now Weiskopf digging for it in the corner. Goes back to Wonky at the point. Wonky tees it up. His shot through traffic, just wide. And Jennison may have had a piece of that as well. Golden Bears flip it in behind. They just look to move it out of the zone now. And they will move it out to center ice. Here comes the pass into the Massena zone. Broken up there nicely by Wonky. Now the check thrown by... That was Rochford, I guess, who threw a nice check. Yeah, it was. And here comes Weiskopf, stepping by one, stepping by two, takes it across, left side. He gets ridden into the boards, but stays with it, goes to Cormanius in behind, tries to wrap it around, backhand right across the goal mouth, and St. Thomas just didn't see it, didn't have his stick down. Puck in the corner, they dig for it. Jennison waves at it, goes into the corner again. Raiders trying to control it in the corner. That's Weiskopf. Back to the point. Charlie Durant, his shot bounces free. It hit a stick. And into the corner it goes. St. Thomas there after it. He gets tied up. Raiders lead it 2-0, and they're pressuring here. Puck in behind. Here's a chance. Weiskopf, short side shot. Jennison makes a save and holds on for the face-off.
Tremendous pressure out there by that Cormanius, Weiskopf, and St. Thomas line. We got penalties coming up. I think Cormanius is going to pick one up and possibly the Canton defender. But all kinds of pressure, and it all started with a great lead pass out of his own end by Drew Wonky. Saw Nick Cormanius breaking right between the Canton defenders and put it right on the tape. And Cormanius went in. Great save by Jemison, and that started the whole action. And for the next 35 seconds, they were all over. Had 3 or 4 golden opportunities just through the crease, off the post. Jemison a couple nice saves, but I think we've got additional penalties coming.
Yeah, we've got matching minors. Nick Cormanius, and I think that was Joey Musaw for Canton, both picking up penalties. Probably roughing calls, Dave, and they'll be matching minors. And so we'll still have, I believe, now it's going to be 4-on-4, I guess.
Both clubs have to remind themselves it's only the second period, only 2-goal difference. They can't get carried away. You know, again, you've got to stay disciplined. This game is still up for grabs.
Wait a minute here. Canton needs another player out there. They've only got 3 skaters out there. Now they're gonna send somebody out there. Massena's got Jeff Day and Mike Lapointe out, Charlie Durant and Eric DeRosie, and a face-off will be had inside Canton territory. Jeff Gilson will take the draw for the Golden Bears. Raiders lead it 2-0 now on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. And Massena really has put on some pressure in this second period.
Yes, they have. And Canton's brought their game up a notch too, Jerry. I thought Massena's come on really strong here in the last couple of minutes, but prior to that point, I think it was even Steven. The Golden Bears had turned their game up a little bit.
I think we're down to 5:37 left in the second period.
We have to tell our listeners that we're located, there's a big globe right in between our vantage spot and the clock. I can see a 5 and I think a little bit of a 7 on the other side. But
37, yep, 5:37.
5:37, okay.
And they're still, I think we're ready to go now. Face off, as I said, in the Canton zone. Off the draw. Puck comes in behind the net, wrapped around the boards by Jay Johnson, the Canton defenseman. Mike Lapointe trying to pinch in, but it's out to center ice. Golden Bears Gilson. Day trying to take him into the boards, comes away with the puck, goes to Lapointe. Lapointe drops it back on the Massena defense. Charlie Durant has to come after it. He goes to Lapointe. Here comes Lapointe. Flips it ahead, right on the stick of Day. Jeff Day just flips it in the Canton zone. Wraps around the boards. Day will chase it down himself in the corner. Goes to Lapointe. Here's Michael with a puck trying to step by the check, but it's knocked away. Gilson dumps it down the ice. That's going to trickle right across the goal line, and Zach's going to cover up and hold on for the face-off.
We talked at the top of the broadcast for the Golden Bears to be successful tonight. Jemison has to be strong, and he has been in the early going, and that line of Gilson, Carvel, and Peters have got to step up, especially Jeff Gilson. They lead this Canton Golden Bear squad with, I think they've got 50 points. Peters with 13 goals leads the club in 7 assists, Gilson 7 and 10, and the third Carvel with 6 goals and 7 assists.
Okay, 51 seconds left in the final matching minors. Everybody else, I guess, is back out on the ice. So we're skating 4-on-4 plus the goaltend. Well, wait a minute here. We're getting this straightened around here.
Well, we're not sure. The official
I think Massena wanted to make a defensive change, and they can't. The official, of course, Canton gets the last change.
That's right.
And so Charlie Durant and Eric DeRosie have to come back out there. Face off Massena zone. Off the draw. Meacham wins it to Durant. Trying to flip it ahead. It's knocked away from him, but DeRosie's there. Goes to Meach. Meach skates it ahead, looking for Justin Walsh. Walsh takes it across on the right side, and it gets away from him in the corner, picked up on the defense by Matt Burns of the Golden Bears. His long head man pass is going to be an icing call against Canton as it went by everybody.
30 seconds left in the penalties. Looks like
4:37.
4:37 in the period. Raiders up 2-0 with goals by Eric Meacham and Charlie Durant, assistant captain Charlie Durant.
It's another goal from the defense.
Another goal from the defense, and again, a great pick, a great screen, whatever, by Mike Menkes. I'd like to see that one on tape.
Off the face-off. Puck comes back. Here's the shot from the point. Jennison makes the save on Mike Cameron. Saw that one all the way. Carville picks up the loose puck for Canton. Dumps it to center ice. Blocked by Bubba Girard. Has it knocked away. Golden Bears come back again. Here comes Carville across the blue line. He's got a man in front, but it's blocked by Cameron. And the puck is in the corner underneath Meacham, who had gone into the boards along with Carville. And we'll have a face-off inside Massena territory.
Kind of scary move. Mike Cameron went into the boards also. Matt Howe checked him from behind. Fortunately, pulled up just at the last second. It was really dangerous, those hit from behind. And when you're about 2 or 3 feet away from the boards and somebody hits you from behind and you go, head first. But Mike Cameron was able to brace himself.
Gilson out there to face off against Meacham in the Massena zone. 2-0, Raiders lead it here in the second period. Here's the drop of the puck. Gilson wins it to the point. The shot deflected, just wide. Zach may have gotten a piece of it. Gilson in behind the net. Girard takes him out of the play. Puck ripped around the boards, kept in at the point. Here's another shot knocked down. Goes into the corner. Gilson digging for it there. He's taken to the boards by Girard. The puck comes free. They got a man busting down the middle, but LaPointe's there to break it up. Here's a sharp angle shot around the boards it goes. Kept in at the point by Gilson. He tries to flip it, and we got a penalty, I believe, on who?
On Canton. It's going to be.
Yeah, that's going to be Gilson.
Goalie interference, I do believe.
He went and wrapped Zach Long on the way through, and I didn't see it until the aftermath, but the crowd went, oh, so I assume it was not a very nice shot.
Again, that's the second foolish penalty that he might have got a misconduct, too. We'll wait and see. That's the second bad call that young Mr. Gilson has taken. Again, he's a leader out there, offensively, defensively. They need him. They need him on the ice. They don't need him in the penalty box. And he just, he's back out on the ice.
Wait a minute. That's the other guy that was in there. That's Morley.
That's Morley, okay.
Yeah, he had served his 3 minutes.
Okay.
So the net result is the Raiders go on the power play with 3:50 left in period number 1. Gilson gets the call for probably goalie interference or roughing or something along those lines.
Raiders have got to, once they get it inside the zone and set up, that power play has been awesome. But it's really sputtered here tonight. They just can't seem to.
I take that back. Bubba Girard also picked up a penalty.
Okay, I missed that. So the Raiders aren't going to go on a power play.
No, I don't know what Bubba's penalty was for.
And the
probably took a shot at Gilson, I would imagine, after he hit his goalie.
Officials explaining it to Coach Randy Brown. By the way, when we have a chance passing out congratulations, I'd like to congratulate Coach Bill Plant and the Salmon River Shamrocks for that super victory last week, upending the previous #1 team in Division II, the Clinton Comets. But Shamrocks now hold that top honor, and a great win, 3-2 over Clinton.
Now they're getting the situation straightened out here. And I think they've got the penalty situation straightened out. What it'll be is 4-on-4. No? 5-on-5.
Well, they might have it straightened out, but we haven't. All we know, there's 1:30 punched up on the clock. Whoop, now they just took one down.
Okay. Anyway, Charlie Durant has the puck off the face-off, flips it to DeRosie. DeRosie moves it out to center ice.
Massena's on a power play.
Okay, that's the situation. Must have been a double minor, perhaps, that he picked up. But nonetheless, the Raiders have the puck. The puck around the boards, back to DeRozzi. DeRozzi cross ice pass. Here's Charlie, winds up, shot, save, rebound in front, they bang at it. Puck comes free, backhander, Weiskopf, and Jennison holds on for the faceoff.
Oh, Charlie Durant cranked one from the point, and Jennison just had all he could do to defend himself, gave up the rebound, and Nick Kermanius parked right there, had two good swipes at it, but couldn't beat Jennison. Good save on both of those, actually all three by big goaltender Lee Jennison. Face off to the right of Jennison. Raiders up 2-0 in the waning moments here in the second period on the power play.
3:23 remaining. Raiders, as we mentioned, leading it 2-0 on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. Kermanius out there with LaPointe and Weiskopf. And we've got at the points DeRozzi and Durant. And again, the face-off in the Canton zone. Weiskopf is going to have to take it, I believe, as looks like they tossed Kermanius out. No, I guess not. Canton's going to put a man in the box here. They have to have that extra guy in the box.
Yeah, Gilson got a double, Jerry.
Okay, that's what it was. That's why they need the two guys in the box. Okay, now we're going to have a face-off finally as they get that straightened around. 1:03 left on the Massena power play. Face-off right side. Off the draw, puck sits in the circle. LaPointe trying to get it back to LaPointe, but it's knocked away and it bounces out to center ice. DeRozzi flips it ahead into the zone. Picked up there by the Golden Bears. Houck, he moves it right back out again. Here's Durant. Cranks it around the boards. Jennison stops it in behind and leaves it for Morley. Morley trying to flip it. And it just trickles. No, it didn't get out of the zone. Durant does a great job to keep it in and fires it into the corner. Here's Kermanius picking up the loose puck. Goes to LaPointe at the 45. Michael, back to Kermanius in front, right across the goal mouth. They bang at it there, and the Golden Bears get a piece of it and flip it out to center ice. Durant is there to flip it right back inside Canton territory. About 20 seconds of the power play. LaPointe goes after it in the corner. LaPointe gets tied up. The puck still tied up in the corner. They dig for it. Golden Bears come out of the scrum, lose the puck side of the net. Jennison gets a piece of it, bounces free. Weiskopf, he can't come up with it. Morley has lost his stick, has it poke checked away. It comes bouncing free. LaPointe his shot, save made, rebound. They bang at it. Jennison has it covered up.
Raiders had a two-man advantage because Morley did lose his stick, but I'll tell you, he drove Nick Kermanius almost through the net. He bounced him off the goalpost head first. I thought he should have had a charging penalty there or roughing, but escaped that. But Raiders were putting all kinds of pressure on because Canton down a man, and then their big defenseman, Mark Morley, had lost his stick. Joey Weiskopf had a golden opportunity, wide open net, and just as he was about to crank it into the open side, Morley just reefed him and knocked him on his backside.
Face-off will be in Canton territory. 2:18 left in the second period. Raiders, well, we're back to even strength now, I believe. Meacham out there to take the draw. Off the face-off, puck in the corner. Walsh back to Meacham. He skates in behind the net, looks to center, hits the side of the net with it, or the goalie may have got a piece of it, and the Golden Bears look to move. Barkley keeps it in. Flips it to DiAgostino, who slides it right on. Jennison covers up. And where is Timmy O'Shea, I wonder? He's not out there on his wing, as Anthony DiAgostino is on the wing.
I'm not sure if it's an injury problem or frustration, whatever, but as you say, he's not out there. I'm trying to find him on the bench, but that's like trying to find a needle in a haystack when they all they look the same and you can't see the numbers. We're across the way, so...
Face off right side, Canton zone. Raiders still lead 2-0. Off the draw, Justin Walsh looks to center it, bounces in front of the net. Controlled by the Golden Bears, they move it out to neutral ice. Back is Anthony DiAgostino, drops it to Nightingale. Nightingale flips it ahead. We got a slashing call on somebody.
And I don't know.
No, is it Barkley?
It's got to be, looks like Adam Barkley. He says, "What did I do?" And I'm not sure what he did.
I didn't see it either.
In fact, the penalty timekeeper didn't want to open the gate. He didn't think he had a penalty. What are you coming in here for? But Adam Barkley is picking up a penalty. I think it's only his second penalty of the year.
It's a fairly unusual situation, so Massena trying to kill a penalty. Meacham wins the draw out to center ice. Golden Bears now try to regroup. Raiders have Meacham out there along with Walsh, Nightingale, and Rochford. Here come the Golden Bears across the blue line. Meacham throws a check. Following up is Carvel in the corner. In behind the net, he goes to Jeff Peters. Peters into the circle, looking to set it up. Gets it right back again. Puck bouncing around. Walsh gets a piece of it, doesn't clear. Here's Morley. Cranks it up through traffic. They score!
Big goal. Morley will get the goal. Mark Morley cranked one up from the left point. And that is a big one here with one, looks like 24 left in the second period. The Golden Bears pull back to within one goal. Mark Morley, it will be a power play goal. We'll see who pick up the assist. The puck was run around the dasher back to the left point. Morley picked it off. No one challenged him. Stepped down about a stride and a half and cranked a bullet through traffic, and Zach Long never saw it until he pulled it out of the back of the net.
That'll be Peters, I believe, picking up an assist on that goal. That makes it 2-1 for Massena. Morley gets the goal from Peters and perhaps Carvel.
36 will get the goal, Morley. I don't know who the assists are.
I don't think there was any deflection in front.
No, that didn't.
Right off the face-off, the puck goes up into the penalty box, so we'll draw it again. Here comes the official.
Big goal for the
Morley
Golden
gets
Bears.
the goal.
11 is going to pick Carvel's going
And
to get
Musaw gets one, number 8. I thought Peters had a hand in it too, but I guess not. Off the face-off, here's a shot deep in Massena territory. Golden Bears trying to put some pressure on here toward the end of the period, and the puck knocked away. Raiders move it out to center ice. Nice play by Ward. Dumped right back in. Zach has to make a save, and the Raiders move it out. Here comes Lapointe. Busting down the right wing, Dipsy doodles in. Here's Lapointe in the corner, gets by Morley, skates in front, shot, save made. Lapointe dips it in behind the net. Puck around the boards, picked up by the Canton defense. Richardson, under a minute to play in the period. Golden Bears look to move it to the blue line, don't clear. Drew Wonky, shot deflected right, oh, just wide. As it changed direction, the defenseman made a no-no, he deflected it. The puck kept in at the point by Massena again momentarily, and now the Golden Bears move it out. They dump it into the Massena zone, goes in behind the net, picked up by Wonky there. 28 seconds left. Ahead it goes. Out to neutral ice. Comes free to Lapointe. Lapointe, shot right on, save made. Here's Ward's shot, Day's shot, and another save made by Jennison. Well, we picked a winner for our WMSA Powerade Power Play, and this winner is, let's see here, Kim Thompson of Rural Route 1, Box 18 in Hogansburg. Kim Thompson of Hogansburg wins a case of delicious Powerade from Coca-Cola and WMSA.
The Raiders coach Tim Long knows who to put out there. The Raiders back on their heels a little bit, need someone to take charge. Who comes out? Mike Lapointe, Jeff Day, and Clint Kerwin, and Mike Lapointe all over the place, leading the charge and putting the momentum back in the Raiders, who are back on their heels.
Off the face-off, here come the Golden Bears breaking out of the zone. Canton shoots one from center ice. That's way wide. That was Musaw. Gilson picks it up in the corner. Shot, save made. Puck is in Cameron's equipment, but he flips it around the boards. That'll take care of the period right there. So both teams score a goal in the second period, and Massena maintains its 1-goal advantage. The Raiders lead the Canton Golden Bears on a score of 2-1. Our broadcast brought to you on WMSA by the members of the CCOM Federal Credit Union, 30 Stern Street in Massena, by Homestead Dairies, located on West Hatfield Street and at the corner of North Main and Maple Streets in Massena, by Massena Optics, 55 Main Street, downtown Massena, also by Massena Savings and Loan Association at 121 Main Street, Massena, by Paris Excavating and Environmental Control Corporation on the Massena-Winthrop Road, by the North Country Savings Bank, 22 Phillips Street in Massena, by Upstate Water Systems, and be sure to call for information at 769-1406, by Coach's Corner at 191 Park Avenue in Massena, Nationwide Insurance at 229 East Orvis Street in Massena, Coca-Cola Bottling on East Orvis Street in Massena, and by Reynolds Metals, St. Lawrence Reduction Plant, working together, their quality shines through. All sponsors making our Massena Red Raider hockey broadcast possible right here on WMSA. 2 periods by the boards, and Dave, it's still a close hockey game, 2-1 Massena.
Yeah, but night and day as far as periods and flow of the game, continuity. First period, 1 goal, 2 penalties. you had a call out there of probably 5 minutes without stoppage of play. And this period, I think there's just a rough estimate of about 11 penalties. I think the Raiders picked up 6 minors and Canton picked up 5, and it was just stoppage and officials trying to sort out who goes where and when, and really a sluggish period. But the Golden Bears came out much better in that period, had an even Steven play. The Raiders came on strong, got that second goal at the 7:21. Charlie Durant picked up a goal with Anthony D'Agostino and Mike Menkes. Raiders led 2-0, and then the Golden Bears got that big goal late, the power play goal at the 13:36 mark. Mark Morley with Joey Musa and Carville. That would be Brian Carville picking up the assist. The puck was, Raiders are killing a penalty, thrown around the dasher, and Morley stopped it at the point, stepped down and drilled a hard shot. A lot of traffic. Zach Long never had a chance because he never saw it, and beat him low to the glove side, and that was a big goal for the Golden Bears.
Well, it got them back into the ball game. Had it gone into the third period with a 2-goal advantage, Massena really in the driver's seat. But now the Raiders have to go out and keep applying pressure and trying to increase that lead with just a 1-goal advantage. These Canton Golden Bears are pesky, and they hang around, don't they?
Well, and I think both coaches will probably say to the team to their respective teams in the intermission, "Hey guys, we're here to win a hockey game. We're not here to win the scrum to see who can pick up the most penalties." At times, both clubs got sidetracked what their primary objective was here, and got caught up in the in the excitement of the game, and at times lost some discipline. Both of them took some foolish penalties out there, I thought.
Absolutely. Saves in the period for Canton goaltender Lee Jennison, 10, 2-period total of 18, and for Massena goaltender Zach Long, 6, a 2-period total of 10. Shots on net are 20-11, favoring Massena through 2 periods. Lots of penalties in the period, as we mentioned. 3:18, Jeff Gilson for Canton went off for holding. At 4:02, Justin Walsh of Massena went off for holding. And then at 8:57, there were penalties to Justin Walsh of Massena for roughing, Tim O'Shea of Massena for roughing, and Mark Morley of Canton, a double minor for roughing. And then at 9:23, Nick Cormanius of Massena picked up a hit after the whistle, as did Joey Musa of Canton. Then at 11:10, it was Gilson again, and another double minor, and that one for cross-checking as he cross-checked the goalie. And Massena's PJ, or I should say Bubba Gerard, picked up a cross-check penalty as well. And then it was Barkley, Adam Barkley, picking up a rare penalty at the 13:09 mark of the period for slashing. He was in the box when Morley picked up the power play goal, so a costly penalty for the Massena Red Raiders as Canton scored power play goals. So through 2 periods, the Red Raiders are leading the Golden Bears 2-1. It's back to our WMSA studios. We have ABC News by tape delay. We'll be back after that for the start of the third period here, play hockey, but nonetheless, so we've seen some pretty nifty action by both teams, and we've seen some nice play by Mike Lapointe, and so far he's been shut out, but well, I don't know.
Yeah, Jerry, and just a couple of answers to questions that we had asked ourselves. Timmy O'Shea, we didn't see one of the cameraman here, our cameraman here tonight, picked up Coach Ed Latham having a few things to say to Timmy O'Shea, and I'm not sure if he was asking if he had his homework done or not, so maybe that's why we didn't see him out there at that last shift. And in defense of Adam Barkley, we mentioned how that's not characteristic for him to take a slashing penalty, and again, our eye in the sky, you and I didn't see it, but tells us that slashing penalty, Adam Barkley was not the one. The Raiders deserved a penalty, but it shouldn't have gone to Adam Barkley, and he got the call, and that was the one bad one right at the end of the period, which allowed the Golden Bears to claw their way back into this game on that power play goal. So
somebody else was guilty of that.
Somebody else was guilty. So Liz, if you're at home listening to this game, Adam was not the guilty party.
2-1 score in favor of the Red Raiders after 2 periods of play. So the Raiders have a singleton lead, but somehow I don't think it's going to end up 2-1. I just have a feeling it's not going to end up 2-1, and we'll have to wait and see. But it should be interesting. We're going to see the return of Les Pribble this period, David.
Yes, we are, and we've got the Zamboni just going off. We got a second here, maybe to take up some time here. We can go over the new standings just out this week in Division I and Division II. Grease Club out of Section 5 retains the number 1 ranking. They're 12-0-1. St. Joe's out of Section 6 also maintains that number 2 they were last week. They're 9-2-1. Let's see, maybe I've got the wrong. No, okay. And the Raiders moved up from the 4 spot that they were last week. They gained a spot. They're up into the 3 position with a 10-2 record.
Oswego is number 4. They're out of Section 3. Their record is 9-1. Then it's Binghamton out of Section 6 with a 5-1-run record at number 5.
My writing's not that bad, is it? Binghamton.
Bishop Timon, excuse me. It looks like Binghamton.
Yeah, well, it does.
Bishop Timon, excuse me, out of Section 6 is 5-1-1. They were 3rd last week. They dropped 2. Apparently lost a game. West Jenny is number 6. They were not rated last week. They move in out of Section 3. They're 10-1-1.
And dropping a spot from 6 to 7, Saratoga, that lost both games in their tournament last week, 11-3-1. Shenendehowa moved up a couple of slots. They were 10th last week. They moved up to 8th. They're out of Section 2 like Saratoga. And in the number 9 spot, St. Francis out of the Buffalo area, they weren't ranked last week. They're 8-4-1.
And then in 10th spot, a tie. Suffern drops to 10th from number 9. They're 7-2. Lost their first 2 games over the weekend in that Saratoga tournament. Ithaca drops 3 notches as they lost, I think, a couple of games over the weekend. They're 7-4-1 now. And you got to wonder where Canton Golden Bears are.
Oh, definitely. I think they should be there. Had a fine performance down in Saratoga last week, and they're definitely a better club, in my opinion, than certainly Suffern. And they beat Saratoga. I think Saratoga beat them earlier in the year, but on the strength of the last week's performance, I think they deserve to be in that top 10.
Well, I don't think there's much doubt about that. And they're playing like a top 10 club here tonight, too. They're hanging in there with Massena.
And we'll quickly run down Division 2. The Shamrocks, Coach Bill Plunt's Shamrocks sitting high atop that Division 1, moved up from 3rd 2 spots. Clinton in 2nd and New Hartford in 3rd.
Then it's Irondequoit in 4th, St. Lawrence Central in 5th, and Williamsville South in 6th.
Baldwinsville were 7th last week. We stayed 7th. Troy LaSalle moved up 1 from 9 to 8, and South Glen Falls, who weren't ranked last week, in that 9th spot.
And then it's Geneva moving into the top 10, tied with Pelham. Pelham drops from 8th to number 10th, and Geneva moves into our rankings. But again, as we talked before, gives us something to talk about, but that's about it.
I think Pelham and Binghamton are going to play next week. I'll never live that one. My right.
Yep. Well, that's I'm 0 for 2 tonight. I got the wrong game time, and now I look at the wrong team. We're underway in the 3rd period. Unless Pribble is out there for Massena, as we mentioned, and into the zone it goes, Canton territory. Back to pick it up, Golden Bears, but LaPointe is there to break up the play. Has it poked away. DeRosie just kicks it in front. Comes to Pribble. Pribble trying to move it in front, and Jennison dives out before Les can get a stick on it and holds on for the faceoff.
Les Pribble, who makes his appearance here, first appearance in this 3rd period, and opportunity to get a goal right off the bat, and ends up breaking his stick. So that's at least a $35 shot for Les, but here he comes back out on the ice with a new set of lumber.
Raiders lead it 2-1 here as we go into the 3rd period on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Off the draw, bouncing puck comes back to Charlie. He slips it through the middle, deflected in front of the net. Bouncing free, Golden Bears control it out to center ice. Here comes Canton moving into the Massena zone. They're going to dump it. Puck comes in behind the net. Charlie Durant skates with it. Looks up ice, trying to go on the wing. Pribble has it knocked away. Comes back in the corner to Jeff Day. He moves it along the boards, back to Charlie Durant. Durant gets tied up. Day comes up with it, flips it around the boards for Pribble, and Les starts it out. Headman pass right on the stick of LaPointe. Here comes LaPointe, busting by the D. LaPointe skates it. His shot bounces in front, and Day was trying to follow it into the net. He got knocked down and knocks the net off its mooring, and the faceoff will come in Canton territory. And another chance for Mike LaPointe, and so far, Jennison has had his number, but the longer the game goes, the less likely that is to continue.
You bet. And as he goes to the bench, his teammates pat him on the back. As Timmy Long and I were discussing between intermissions, he's had a strong game out there and some great shifts, great opportunities, and he had another one right there.
Off the faceoff, Justin Walsh cranks it up, fired it wide. Timmy O'Shea back out on the wing, back to the blue line. Bubba Gerard trying to flip it in behind the net. Walsh goes to Meacham, to O'Shea, goes all the way back to the point. Cameron steps in, winds up his shot. Jennison makes the save, holds on for the face-off.
I hate to use that old sports cliche about the next goal, but it certainly is whoever gets that next one is going to be in the driver's seat momentum-wise. Next one is so important, and the Raiders just coming within a whisker. Bubba Girard cranking up one from the point through traffic. Jennison made the save and then dove out as the puck was just outside his reach. He dove out on his belly to cover it up.
Off the face-off, Canton controls, and they'll move it out to center ice. Here come the Golden Bears. That's Derek Hitu into the Massena zone. His shot right across the goal mouth. Comes back to Morley at the point, or excuse me, that's Matt Burns at the point. He flips it in behind the net. Puck around the boards, controlled by the Golden Bears. Now the Raiders steal it away, trying to clear the zone. Comes back to Cameron. He'll try the other side, Justin Walsh. Comes up with a puck, flips it ahead to Meacham. Two on one, Meacham and O'Shea. Flips to O'Shea in front, shot, save made by Jennison.
Great three-way passing play. Justin Walsh up ahead to Eric Meacham, created the 2-on-1. Raiders gained the zone. Meacham, a nice little backhanded pass off to Timmy O'Shea, and he got off a quick wrist shot. Looked like it was headed to the lower corner, but Jemison with that big glove out there just made a great save to keep this a one-goal game.
Cormanius out there with his line mates. Canton coming back with their third line. Mike Sergi will be centering it. Massena wins the draw. Nightingale shot goes off a body into the corner. Cormanius digs for it, flips it in behind the net. Weiskopf goes to St. Thomas. He gets tied up, stays with it, has it knocked away Morley. Morley loses to Weiskopf. St. Thomas shot, save. Jennison holds on again as St. Thomas had a great opportunity. Andy got the puck just low of the dot and got the shot off. Bang, bang, but Jennison was there.
Puck to the left of Jennison. St. Thomas knocks it behind the net to Weiskopf. Then St. Thomas steps out. Weiskopf banked it off the boards right back to him, and Jemison's looking to his right. St. Thomas to his left, cranks one up. I don't know how he made that save. Slid across and got a piece of it somehow. Great save.
Face off, Cormanius wins it. Here's Barkley's shot, fired it wide. Puck around the boards, Ben Nightingale slips it in behind the net again. Comes to St. Thomas, Cormanius in front, puck hits side of the net. They bang for it, in front, Weiskopf shot, rebound, another shot, backhander by Cormanius, and that's wide. Puck flipped around the boards. Golden Bears looking to take the pressure off. They dump it in behind. Massena putting some pressure on. Here's St. Thomas with it in the corner. We're going to have a penalty on Massena, though, I believe.
Yes, it is. It's going to be Joey Weiskopf. And Tim Long, to my left, doesn't agree with the official, but I'm going to have to say I'm going to have to agree with Timmy. Joey Weiskopf, in his exuberance, leaped in the air. That line with Weiskopf, St. Thomas, Cormanius, great pressure, and as the Canton defender going around behind the net, Weiskopf tries to check him, left his feet, and got the elbow out there, the arm out. So he's going to get a roughing call.
Did he actually hit him, though?
Yeah, he got a piece of him. Yes,
okay.
He did.
So Massena trying to kill a penalty again. They've got Pribble out there, along with LaPointe, Wonky, and Rochford. Here come the Golden Bears, moving it out to center ice. Down the ice comes Gilson in on the off wing. Gilson in the corner now, looking to move it around the horn. Back to the blue line. Back in the corner to Gilson. Gilson digs for it. He gets tied up, stays with it. Now the puck squirts free, and it's picked up by Pribble, and he just lifts it high in the air, and it bounces out to center ice, where Morley will gather it in for Canton. Goes on the other side to Richardson. Richardson skates it across. Winds up, his shot is blocked by Drew Wonky. Puck in the corner, Richardson tries to follow, flips it around the boards, and Rochford will step in front of it. Here's Rochford, he's got a man breaking, and it's going to be an offsides on Massena as he tried to get it to Timmy O'Shea, and one of the Canton players just knocked it down enough to stop it.
Two good things, though. You go without the puck, and Timmy O'Shea went without the puck in behind the Canton defense, and John Rochford saw him and tried to get it to him, but as you say, just at the last second, the Canton defender knocked it down, but almost clicked. But they heads up and were looking and doing what you want them to do, breaking without the puck.
11:44 and counting left in the third period. Raiders lead it 2-1 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. About 30 seconds left in the Canton man advantage. Here come the Golden Bears out to center ice. Here's a shot from the blue line. Zach makes a save, gives up a big rebound, but it goes in behind the net. Puck comes free. Raiders look to control it, stolen away. Golden Bears moving it around the horn. That's Joey Musaw. takes it out by the dot, goes back to the point, gets it back again, looking to move it, has it knocked away. Puck sits, and Justin Walsh picks it up and dumps it down the ice. Puck in behind with 1 second. That'll take care of the power play. So the Raiders dodge one there and kill the penalty. Here comes Golden Bears back the other way. It's Matt Houck, knocked down at the blue line, following up on the play. Here come the Golden Bears, centering it, goes in behind the net. And it's Meacham. Meacham flips it ahead from Massena to Justin Walsh. Walsh looking to move it out. His pass is blocked. Puck comes free, comes right back to Meacham. He dumps it on the off wing out to center ice. Timmy O'Shea trying to come up with it. He can't. Meacham will follow. Here comes Meacham across the blue line to Walsh. Walsh trying to flip it through in front to O'Shea, but it's knocked away. Golden Bears. And now we got a little bit of pushing and shoving going on. And we've got Justin Walsh and Jeremy Martin.
Yeah, there was...
I think Walsh is going to get a game for that one because he threw some punches.
Sure did. More than pushing and shoving. And Martin's a little upset because, and I don't think it was done intentionally, the referee was holding Justin Walsh and his leg came up his skate and hit him on the back, and he thought it was done intentionally, but Coach Randy Brown is lobbying for probably ejection over there, but right now
it doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it. Justin Walsh has gone to the gate, and now I think the official is calling in his partner here to get a little help and interpreting. It happened right down in front of us. Justin Walsh along the blue line trying to keep the puck in, and he did. The Canton player came up to check him. They kind of collided and went down, and all of a sudden they're in a melee, punches being thrown, and we'll wait and see now. Let's see, trying to sort this one out. Definitely, I don't see the gate open for the Canton player, and I don't think he's going to pick up anything, but Justin Walsh is in the sin bin. He's definitely going to get something. He'd be lucky if he doesn't get thrown from this game.
At the very least, he's got to pick up a major, I would
think so, yeah. And that certainly has excited this crowd here.
The officials are over there discussing things. See what they call.
And that's,
they can't. They put a minor on the board for Martin from Canton, but Walsh has got to pick up much more than that, I would think. We'll see.
10:23 or 10:33 left in this third period in a exciting hockey game, to say the least. It's gone fits and...
Massena really came out of the blocks in the third period with all kinds of pressure too, but this is going to put a check on that.
Yeah, and we were talking about that, Jerry, discussing it. You gotta stay focused, and the job at hand is playing the hockey game, winning the hockey game, not winning the skirmishes or the battles. I don't know. And a couple of the Raiders here tonight, I think they have a different purpose. And
the crowd trying to officiate here.
And it looks like, I don't know, he made the call. He knows what he wants to do. I don't know why he just doesn't go over and say, this is it. Bing, bing, bing. And the two officials are, this shouldn't be a crash course on what do I do here. He should know what he wants to do. Now, you should stay away from the other coach. Coach Brown is trying to lobby to get something additional here. And no reason for this. Make the call. You saw it. Assess the penalties. Bingo, let's get the game underway. We've got players sitting on the ice, players sitting on the dasher, and the fans, like you and I, not knowing what's going on over here. Again, the clock has had some time flashed up there, but it's erased.
Now, wait a minute. We got, that is Sergi going in, but he wasn't involved.
Not to my knowledge. I thought it was 19, Jeremy Martin.
Yeah, it was.
And Justin Walsh.
And I don't know. They still haven't made an indication. And let's see what they're going to call here. We're still waiting. There goes Martin to the penalty box. There goes Walsh. I think he is going to get the game.
Timmy maintains that Canton deserves one because he had the Massena player first. And let's see how Justin Walsh is heading to the locker room and getting a a rousing bums cheer from this Canton contingent.
So that means he will be absent on Friday. And that'll break up Massena's top line. That's not a real good thing to do.
Well, you learn when you have to sit on the pine or not dress for a game. I'll tell you, there's so few in your career, and when you play maybe 25, 26 a season, and you're just shortchanging yourself on that. You've just got to be disciplined and back away from those things. I didn't see it, but Timmy said that the Canton player grabbed him first, but okay, had the minor coming, and Jason Converse agrees on that, and so you got to let things take their course. Let the Canton player take the minor. Don't retaliate. But he retaliated with a flurry of punches, and he's through for the night.
And the next game as well.
And now Coach Long is lobbying the officials over there. Coach Brown had his shot. Now Coach Long. And
in the meantime, we're sitting here waiting for some hockey to continue.
If we were on television, we could get a lot of 30-second commercials in here.
Well, definitely the right call, because Walsh threw some punches, and that's an automatic game misconduct, and he certainly deserved that, no question about it. Now, as far as Martin, what he did to precipitate that, I don't know, but nonetheless, Justin Walsh is gone, and he will not play the next game either, Friday night against Seton Catholic. In the meantime, the Golden Bears with 2 men in the box, Martin going in, and I'm sure Massena's got to put somebody in to serve as well. And I'm not sure who it's going to be, but I don't know if they've got it straightened out or they're going to put up some time on the clock or what's going on here. But the net situation is the Raiders are leading 2-1.
Yeah, and the Raiders' goals in the first period, Eric Meacham is 8th of the year from Justin Walsh and Timmy O'Shea. And then in the second period, Charlie Durant with Anthony D'Agostino and Mike Menke's picking up the assist. Raiders led 2-0. Then late in the period, 13:36, Mark Morley from Joey Musa and Brian Carville on a power play for the Canton's goal. And that's where we stand, 2-1 with a lot of, we might be getting underway. I don't know. We've got one official back over here on the boards and the other official talking to Coach Long. And I am
Charlie Durant out there talking to Jeff Peters of Canton, discussing the situation.
I don't know what they know what they were going to call. They knew what they felt the infraction was. Make the call. That's it.
What do they need to argue about?
Exactly, and you shouldn't allow the coaches to lobby on that. Just, hey, this is it. You want to discuss it with me after the game? I mean, we've probably been 5 or 7 minutes here on this delay.
Okay, Anthony D'Agostino steps in the box to serve the 4-minute major penalty portion. So we got a major penalty and a game disqualification. Okay, so the Bears picked up a minor penalty, so in a minute and a half, they're going to have the power play. That's what the extra man is in the box for. No, it should be 4-on-4. No, you're right. They do have a power play now. You're correct. Here comes Gilson in front. The shot, the save. Zach made a couple of saves. Puck comes back to the point, and into the corner it goes. After it, there is Peters. Peters tries to tie it up. They got a man in front. Right across the goal mouth was Gilson as he deflected it just wide. Back to the blue line. They move it around the horn, and the puck goes in behind the net. Puck whistles into the corner. Bounces free. Raiders try to control. Mike Lapointe doesn't clear the zone. Here's the drive from the point. It's blocked. Morley tries to keep it in. He does. But the Raiders' Charlie Durant comes up with it and out to center ice. Flips it ahead and down into Canton territory. Here's Mike Lapointe. Lapointe right across in behind the net. Now Durant got a stick from Gilson. But the puck comes free and the Golden Bears control. And it's stolen by Durant again. Now the Golden Bears move it back the other way. Into the zone. Here's the shot in behind the net. Rebound, short side shot taken by Carville, but the Raiders control. Timmy O'Shea finds the distance, gets it down the ice. We're down to 2.5 in the Canton power play. Puck stolen by Charlie Durant. He's just been a penalty-killing machine here for Massena. And he finally flips it in behind the net after wasting time. Goes after it again, throws a check. Puck bounces free. Timmy O'Shea goes after it in the corner. Here's O'Shea with a dipsy-doodling, just looking to waste time. And Charlie skates off. He's got to be tired. And O'Shea stays with it, still has it. Finally, the Golden Bears come up with it in behind the net. And Canton controls. They rip it around the boards. Meacham steps in front of it, dumps it in behind the net. Golden Bears with 1:58 have the puck, move it out to center ice. Here comes Canton dumping in the Massena zone. Puck rips around the boards. Mike Cameron after it, can't come up with it. Puck still free, knocked down in front. Timmy O'Shea turns it around, goes down the ice. And the Golden Bears come back again. Here comes Johnson. Headman pass to Golden Bears. They move it up. Jeff Peters across the blue line has it knocked away from Joey Musoff. Raiders control it. Back down the ice it goes. Now Mike Cameron doing some forechecking there, but he drops back as Weiskopf and Nick Cormanius are out there. Weiskopf almost stole it, but the Golden Bears control. It's John Richardson. Flips it ahead. Comes to the red line. Golden Bears to Gilson, offsides. Oh, man, they missed that one big time. Here comes Peters, has it knocked away, and it bounces in behind the net. Puck in the corner now. About a minute left in the power play. They look to tie it up, but the puck's free. Back to the blue line. Here's Richardson. Flips it to the open wing. In the corner, Weiskopf picks up the loose puck. Flips it around the boards for Cameron. Here's Cameron going after it. He gets tied up. Puck skirts free. They get a man side of the net, trying to feed it to him. Goes back to the blue line. Here's the drive, and that goes wide. Puck around the boards. Back to the point. In the corner, Bubba Girard goes after it. Comes away with the puck. Flips it around, but Gilson's going to get there. Back to the blue line. Over on the other side. Here's the drive, and it goes off a defenseman's leg. Massena controls it, dumps it down the ice. That was Cameron that took the shot off the leg. We're down to 20 seconds in the power play. Golden Bears, Gilson with a puck in his own zone. Looking to headman. Here comes Musoff. Joey Musoff in the Massena zone, dumps it in behind the net. Around the boards it goes. They look to center Houck, but it's stolen away. Here comes Lapointe, building up the head of steam. Here comes Lapointe trying to split the D. He gets hauled down. No call. Oh boy. Puck bounces back out to center ice, and the Golden Bears clear to the Massena line. Just across the blue line, picked up by Massena out to center ice. And that was Adam Barkley. And I think the penalties have elapsed. They have. Here comes Lapointe. But Jennison comes out of the net to play it. Kept in at the point. Nightingale trying to flip it in the corner. Puck around the boards. Here comes Les Pribble. He gets tied up, throws a check. Comes away with a puck. Goes to Day. Here's Day with it. Lapointe cranks it up. Shot. Nice save by Jennison again. Ben Nightingale keeps it in at the point to Lapointe. Has it knocked away. The whistle blows. We got a holding call on Canton, and Les Pribble drew that one just by tenacious forechecking.
Exactly, Jerry. Just that's what he did. Les Pribble, just a tower of power out there in front of that net, and he was throwing, bashing people all over the place. And finally, number 34, Matt Burns, couldn't get him out of there in front of that net. He just lassoed him and threw him down, and the official right there. Just a great job of that quartet of Charlie Durant and Eric DeRossi, Matt Girard, and Mike Cameron killing that penalty. They did an excellent job out there. Just super.
Okay, Raiders will go on the power play here as a penalty called for holding. Off the faceoff, the puck bounces out to center ice, and Charlie Durant will have to come after it. Zach Long leaves it for Durant in behind the Massena net. Charlie with a puck now starts it out. Here comes Durant looking for Meacham on the headman, right on his stick. Meacham busts down the left wing, wraps it around the boards for Timmy O'Shea. O'Shea in the corner, lets it go to the point, but it's knocked away out to center ice. DeRossi after it. He flips it back for Durant. Durant to O'Shea. O'Shea trying to slide it through. He's got it. Here comes O'Shea across the blue line left side. Back to the point. The shot right on. Jennison kicks it up into the corner. Here's Durant pinching in deep. Centering pass right in front. The shot. And they kept it out. Jennison. It looked like Anthony DiAgostino had a goal, but I guess they rule no goal.
Oh, boy, I'd like to see a replay on that one. I thought that one was in. Anthony DiAgostino right out of the slot area, and the Raiders are going to question that one. Came right out of the slot, and DiAgostino one-timed it, hit the goal post, and I thought it went in behind Jennison and back out, but whoa, I'd like to see a replay on that one.
5:09 left in the third period. Raiders continue to lead at 2-1.
Oh, that would have been a big one. Anthony DiAgostino came within a whisker, picking up his second goal.
Lapointe out there to take the face-off now. Off the draw, puck comes in behind the net. Morley for Canton, wraps it around the boards. Kept in by Durant, fakes the shot, goes to Lapointe at the 45. Back to Durant, to Lapointe. He goes over on the other side. Here's Charlie again, winds up, shot through traffic, sits in front, Lapointe picks it up, but the net's knocked off its moorings, and we'll have a face-off inside Canton territory. And Nick Cormanius picked up some kind of an injury there, and he's looking to skate it off right now.
The injury came from teammate Charlie Duran, who cranked a bullet from the left point. Cormanius trying to do his best, trying to screen Jemison in front, and that shot hit him, I think, in the back of the right ankle. We'll wait and see, but trying to check that clock. We're down to 4 minutes and 52 seconds.
Off the face-off, Weiskopf goes to Lapointe, in behind to Pribble. Pribble gets tied up, stays with it, has it knocked away. Kept in by Durant. No, he didn't keep it in. Looked like he was going to keep it in. He has to come back out to neutral ice. Durant with it, flips it back into Canton zone. In behind, picked up there by Paul Baxter. This may be the first time we've seen Baxter tonight. Now the puck goes up in the ceiling, and we'll have a whistle and a face-off in the Canton zone. Down to 9 seconds in the Massena power play. 4:30 left in the third period. Raiders continue to hold on, 2-1 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard.
A nail-biter, as we said. These two clubs played earlier in Massena. It was 1-1 with 4:10 in the left in the third period before the Raiders got 3 to break it open, and we've got just a little over 4 left here, and it's 2-1.
Here's a drive by Cameron, knocked down in front, bounces in front. The backhander is just wide by Kerwin. Now Meacham digging for it in the corner, but it's dumped down the ice by the Golden Bears. Long makes a stop and leaves it for Cameron. Penalty has elapsed. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey, and the puck trickles out to neutral ice, dumped back in the zone by the Golden Bears. Here's Cameron with it behind the net for Massena. Rips it around the boards. Bouncing puck controlled by the Golden Bears in front. Here's a weak shot right on. Save is made by Zach Long, as Jeff Peters had the puck, but he was pretty well tied up and didn't get a good shot off.
Again, the Raiders, this stage of the hockey game, the defense have got to be thinking, just clear the zone, don't be cute. Zach Long's got to be thinking, if I'm not sure, get the face off. And the forwards, don't leave the zone unless you're sure the puck's going to clear. Don't leave the zone before the puck does. Get the puck in deep to the Canton end, send one man into forecheck. Let's 2-1 with 3:58. 3:58.
Here's a chance in front, but the puck broken up by Timmy O'Shea, and O'Shea skates it ahead. Trying to go to Meacham, a little bit too far, dumped back to the Massena line. Raiders look to control it, back out to center ice. Now they clear the zone. Comes to O'Shea, but it's behind him, and Canton moves it ahead. Check thrown there. Golden Bears, Musaw has it knocked away, and back down the ice it goes. That'll be an icing call against Massena. Meacham tried to feed it ahead, but got a little bit too much on it. And the faceoff will come back in Raider territory with 3:34 left in the third period, and it's still 2-1 Massena. Nick Cormanius coming back out there, which is good news for Massena.
Right, Coach Long, short shifting here. Again, trying to keep the fresh legs out there, cutting down the length of times on the shift, but every face-off important. This one to the left is Zach Long.
Peters and Cormanius take the draw. Peters trying to control it, but it goes into the corner. Digging for it there is Cormanius. He got a piece of it. Drew Wonky makes a good play to break it up, and the Raiders come away with a puck. Here comes the head man of Cormanius from Johnny Rochford. Nick splits it right down the middle. Drop pass to Weiskopf in front. Here's Weiskopf, dipsy doodling, couldn't get the shot off. He waited too long to get the shot off, and back the other way come the Golden Bears. Peters across the blue line. He's rubbed out of the play. Johnny Rochford comes over to come up with it. Moves it back ahead. Nice headman pass. Here's St. Thomas. St. Thomas takes it across. Drop pass. Cormanius winds up. Shot. Save. And the Golden Bears come up with a rebound, and they dump it down the ice. And that'll go far enough for icing, I do believe. Yes, it does. Just barely. Wonky tried to catch up with it, but the whistle blew before he could. And icing the call to move the faceoff back in Canton territory with 2:48 left in the third period. A 2-1 Massena lead.
Two beautiful shifts. Scoring opportunities for that Cormanius, Weiskopf, and St. Thomas line. The first one with Cormanius and Weiskopf, and the second one with St. Thomas and Cormanius. Just beautiful drop passes on both of them. One, Weiskopf didn't pull the trigger from about 20 feet, and the second one, St. Thomas, a little drop pass, and Cormanius really pulled the trigger. Beautiful save by Jennison.
Off the face-off, Lapointe shot. Score! Mike Lapointe finally gets one. and the Raiders take a 2-goal lead, 3-1, right off the face-off. Day won the face-off to LaPointe. Not a hard shot, but Jennison was screened, and LaPointe scores the third Massena goal. It's 3-1.
Mike LaPointe probably as easy a shot, but as Timmy Long to my left said, you knew it had to be. He had several opportunities, probably a half a dozen tonight, and Jemison just stoned him. But on that one, right off the draw, harmless look, he came to LaPointe. He just kind of gulped at it, and I thought Jemison had it somehow. I think it went between the legs, and that's a big one.
Off the face-off, puck comes to Mike LaPointe. Here he comes, out to center ice. Knocked off the puck. Golden Bears move it back to the Massena line. Day picks up the assist for he won the face-off. Puck back in the Massena zone again. Round the boards it goes. Barkley with it. Flips ahead to LaPointe, doesn't get it out of the zone. Knocked in behind by the Golden Bears. And it's out to center ice off the stick of Nightingale. Back in the Massena zone. Barkley flips it ahead. Back in again. Offsides will be called on the Golden Bears. Again. And we are down to 2:09 left in the third period. Raiders lead at 3-1.
Young Adam Barkley, when he goes to the bench, I'm sure Coach Long, Coach Latham going to talk to him. Again, no blind behind the back passes. Just dump it out of the zone. And sure enough, as he went to the bench, Coach Long right to him saying, Adam, this is what you do in that situation. You just bank it off the boards.
Get it out of there.
Get it out of there.
Don't try any fancy stuff. They're going to call an intentional offsides. Off the face-off, Canton controls. O'Shea had an opportunity. Here comes the puck in the zone. Gilson. DeRosie takes it away, dumps it back out, dump right back in. And Canton's going to clear the zone, so delay offsides waved off. DeRosie wraps it around, takes a funny bounce into the circle. Canton scores! That's going to be Jeff Peters. And now it's a one-goal game again with 1:49 left in the third period. And again, Massena a little lackadaisical in their own end.
Lackadaisical and never say die Golden Bears. They're not giving up. Number 20, Jeff Peters, parked right out in front. The pass came across from the left boards, and Peters was all alone in front. He just redirected it. Didn't try to catch it, didn't try to one-time it. And Zach Long had no chance. Peters about 10 feet out in front. The pass coming from the boards to the right of Zach Long. They slid it across in that slot area, and Peters redirected, and we've got ourselves, again, a one-goal lead.
3-2, Massena leading on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard with 1:49 left in the third period. Cormanius' line out there off the draw. The puck comes to the Massena line. Bubba Girard trying to flip it ahead, knocked away, gets it back again. Girard backs into his own zone, then rips up along the glass, doesn't clear the zone. Golden Bears try to center it. Girard gets a stick on it. Bouncing puck in front, the wrapper, they score again! It's tied!
And this place is going bonkers, as you can tell. Same guy, same result. Jeff Peters, his 14th and 15th goals of the year, just stationed himself about 20 feet out in front of Zach Long. The puck went in the corner to the right along. Canton hustled in, got the puck, threw it out. Peters caught it. He's a right-handed shot, caught it on the backhand, spun 180 degrees around, and just slid one along the ice just inside the left goal post.
Off the face-off, puck into the Canton zone. We're down to about a minute and a half left in the third period. Tied at 3. Mike LaPointe centering pass in front. Here's a chance in front. They score! Massena goes ahead! Les Pribble gets the goal, and the Raiders take a 4-3 lead. Les Pribble on an assist from Mike LaPointe, and the Raiders take a 4-3 lead. What else can happen in this game?
I don't know, but we've seen everything. The Raiders coming right back. The Golden Bears down 2, came back and tied this game up, and not to be denied, the Massena Red Raiders with Les Pribble. I think that's his first goal of the year. Mike LaPointe out of the corner fed Pribble, who was anchored himself out in front, and he beat Jemison with a low shot along the ice, stick side, just inside the post. So I'll tell you, we've had some...
we still have a minute 19 left.
Still a minute 19. That's 3 goals in, looks like 29 seconds, I think. Or 30.
Oh, my goodness.
3 goals in 30 seconds. If those times are right, let's see. That last one was what? That's 41. 30 seconds. 3 goals in 30 seconds. The Golden Bears to tie with Number 20, Jeff Peters picking up 2, and then Les Pribble. First game back since the beginning of the first 2 down in Buffalo, I do believe. I'm not sure if he played anything after that, and he didn't play the first 2 periods, but I'll tell you, that's got to be demoralizing. Credit to the Golden Bears. They were down with just less than 2 minutes to go. They got 2 quick ones. Jeff Peters is 14th and 15th to pull them within a tie and had this place going crazy. Raiders right back. And again, who's the guy that leads the charge out there, as he's done all evening, number 7. He dug it out of the corner and he found Pribble. That he's just like like chopping a block of granite out in front. You can't move him, and he had himself he hunkered down a good spot in front of Jemison out there, about 15 feet, and LaPointe got him the puck, and he got the shot off right along the ice and beat Jemison to the stick side.
1:19 left in the third period. 4-3 Massena on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Day takes the face-off. Raiders dump it to the Canton line. Golden Bears try to move it through. It's dumped back to the Massena zone. Durant pinches, trying to keep it out of the zone. Here comes Peters again. In behind the net, Charlie Durant wraps it in front. It's knocked free in front. They bang at it. They got a guy in front. Can he get the shot off? Zach makes the save. Puck goes in behind the net. They center it. Comes to Pribble. Pribble just bangs it down the ice. That'll be an icing call. They got an open net. And icing will be the call. And move the face-off back inside Massena zone with 51 seconds. Canton came within an eyelash of tying it again.
Big save by Zach Long. He held his post, held his ground, and Peters, I'll tell you, he's just something. He parked again out. He was in tight about 8 feet, but Canton threw the puck out in front, and Peters with a tough backhand going to the short side, but Zach Long holding his ground made a big save, probably his biggest of the night.
Now it's Cormanius to take the draw against Peters. Off the face-off, puck sits in the circle, goes back to the blue line out to center ice. Back after it there is John Richardson. He's got Meacham on him. Now Cormanius just dumps it in the corner, in behind the open net. Puck around the boards. Golden Bears look to move it out. Did he keep it in? O'Shea did momentarily. Now comes out to center ice. Gets away from O'Shea. Cameron pinches in, has it knocked away. The puck still free, comes into the Massena zone, but offsides will be the call, or a hand pass. And we're down to 25 seconds left in the third period.
I'll tell you, this game has had a little bit of everything, and I'll tell you, a lot of excitement. These 2 clubs have given these good-sized crowd here at the Canton Pavilion. They've seen everything tonight, and an enjoyable hockey game.
Okay, we've got Gilson out there, along with Peters, of course. Massena comes back with Day and LaPointe. Off the face-off, puck comes to Morley. Dumps to the Massena line. They dump it in the zone. In behind the net, Charlie Durant wraps it around the boards. Puck pinched in. They keep it in at the blue line. Back to the blue line. Here's Morley, shot blocked. LaPointe, who else? He just trickles it down the ice. 8 seconds left. Here comes Canton. They try to move it. Intercepted. Bouncing around. 2-1. They cross the blue line. Massena wins it 4-3. And what a finish for this hockey game. Canton came back with 2 goals in less than 30 seconds to tie it, but Massena came right back with a winning goal from Les Pribble, who's back for his first game. And who could have written this story, David?
I'll tell you, these last 2 games for the Raiders, they just proved to themselves we can't be denied. Down in Saratoga, they were down by 2 and down late. They came back to win it. Here, they just devastating, up 3-1. The Golden Bears, no quit there. They came back in 2 goals by Jeff Gilson to tie it and had the Raiders, they thought, back on their heels, but lo and behold, Massena stormed back. I tell you, these are great. It's a great high school hockey game, exciting and just a tough one to lose, but a great win, and it says a lot for that Raider club that they can bounce back like that. And I know Coach Long and Coach Latham enjoy as much as it turns their guts. They would rather win one like this than one of those 10-1 blowouts. Just a great game here this afternoon or this evening at the Canton Pavilion.